Closing down from Raheem Sterling. Sturridge has made his run and he's onside and he's round the goalkeeper. The perfect start for Liverpool. It's Sturridge does it again. An 8th successive Premier League game in which he scored.
Well, listen, you know, we've seen Coutinho produce a couple of great deliveries forward lately. How about that from Raheem Sterling? Outside of the right foot, the weight of the pass was just perfection. Look at that, absolutely brilliant. And an onside Sturridge can take it round. The outcoming Verm, he's completely stranded. And it's a brilliant start from Liverpool. And a wonderfully taken goal. It really was.
Well, the last time that he failed to score in a match in the Premier League was back on the 9th of November. The costliest defeat of their season by any stretch of the imagination. Here's Sturridge. Space for Henderson. Another sublime Liverpool goal. As Jordan Henderson marks his 100th start for the club with a wonderful strike. 20 minutes gone. Liverpool 2 goals to the good.
And Daniel Sturridge does exceptionally well here in the second. And when this ball arrives at Henderson, he can just control. It's just absolutely beautiful to watch. Look at this. He looks exactly where he wants to place it and keeps it well out of Michel Vorm's reach. And it's another stunner from Liverpool.
Don't do it. Relax, relax. Don't do it. Relax.
Magnificent goal from Jojo Shelby. Swansea halved the deficit almost straight away from the former Liverpool player.
Well, it was a class goal, and it's a class reaction as well.
Almost an apologetic hand from Jojo Shelby.
He was apologetic when he put this in. How good is this? I mean, Routledge started it off with the run from left to right. Dyer took it on to find Shelby. He can come onto it and hit it first time. It's an absolute speech. And it's lovely to see that he's so warmed by both sets of supporters.
The referee who awarded the infamous beach ball goal when Liverpool lost at Sunderland a few years ago. In from de Guzman. He's taken a couple of touches on his way through for 2-2. Wilfred Bonney claims a goal. He might well have taken a last touch.
Boni's was on target, but it comes up, the Slovakian, off his shoulder. He'd given the free kick away. And it's been that kind of type of game for Liverpool. Great going forward, but suspect at the back.
Flanagan. Henderson. Coutinho. Still letting it run for Suarez. And clipped it for Sturridge! A wonderful team goal from Liverpool!
That's really good possession from Liverpool. They didn't try and force it. They didn't try and play through where all the Swansea players were centred. They just bided their time. And I think initially Suarez probably would have thought about taking his man on here, but he had room to slip it in. And again, it's just absolutely inch perfect onto Sturridge's head.
24 goals in his last 20.
He is certainly tugging on Bony, and I'm sure the striker has just played a clever part in that by just easing into Skirtle and continuing to go to ground, and it won Mike Jones over.
Swansea back on level terms again. The pressure telling on Liverpool. What will the response be now?
Well, this is very cool because he picked a spot, and even though Mignolet guessed right, he's got enough behind it.
To Moses on very shortly. Suarez. Here is Luis Suarez. Henderson! 4-3 Liverpool! In a game of goals of real aesthetic quality. It's a scruffy one that gives them the lead, but it's the most important of the 7 so far. Liverpool 4, Swansea 3.
Ball from Gerrard to start it all off. Found Suarez in a lot of space. And when it does arrive back to Henderson from the block from Williams, then he gets enough on it the first time.
Sturridge. It's broken here for the man they just didn't want it to fall to, Luis Suarez. Unstoppable Liverpool striking prowess.
But it comes off. He's not offside. Comes off a couple of Southampton players, but what a good finish. There's the movement to start it off. Wriggles away from Cook, he tries to play the 1-2. Sturridge doesn't see it to start with, but it's a bit fortunate the way it gets to him. And I watched him do that before the game in the pre-match build-up.
Rolls Lovren quite beautifully, and here's Sterling! That is a quite brilliant goal by Liverpool.
Well, there he is playing as that top of the diamond. Lovren tries to get too tight to Suarez, who just lets it run across his body. See how Lovren tries to get tight, there's space in behind him. Suarez realises it, he doesn't go for Sterling. All made by Suarez again.
Well, he's only been on a matter of minutes. The 19-year-old Suarez. Stoppage time at St Mary's. Suarez down in the box. Penalty. Inevitable.
And he was always going to be brought down. What an opportunity again.
Up 5 of his 7 league goals this season are penalties. Steven Gerrard to make it 3 and seal Liverpool's victory. Title challengers, you better believe it. On paper, such a tricky match, and they've come.
And the perfect penalty. No goalkeeper stops that. It's the height that beats Boric. He chooses the right way.
Vidic backpedaling. Sturridge deep for Suarez against Rafael's own penalty.
One opportunity. It's everything you ever wanted. One moment. Did you capture it?
Gerrard is that man. And Liverpool lead on enemy territory. There is a corner of Merseyside in Manchester. He leads them. Well, how cool is this? I mean, to be honest, you don't want anybody else stepping up in a situation like this. There is massive pressure on it.
But in the context of this Barclays Premier League, this impacts not just on them, but on Manchester City and Chelsea and Arsenal. Suarez squeezing.
One moment. Did you capture it?
To blow, this opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Gerrard scored at the Stretford end. And Gerrard scored again. Top right, bottom right. Just right. Liverpool, 2 goals, second place, closing in. And devastating. Well, there's just no rattling him when he gets into situations like that. He's just decisive, thorough. And even though De Gea guesses, it's firm enough and placed wide enough to find the net. And absolutely brilliant for Brendan Rodgers. What a start to the second half for Liverpool. And for Manchester United, it's basically a nightmare because of this opposition doing it.
It is to come, starting now. Henderson. What a noise.
Sturridge. Suarez. Onside. Free. He had to be part of it. They've come to Old Trafford and ripped up the enemy. The faithful here. I mean, this has been likely since a good way into the second half. I mean, Liverpool, look, every time they go forward, they're just going to tear Manchester United apart. It's a little bit lucky in that Sturridge scuffs it. And Suarez had continued his run, got it under control, and he's tucked it away nicely. To be honest with you, for Brendan Rodgers, it's great delight. For Manchester United and David Moyes, it's been embarrassing.